if you see Pastor Lawrence, Oyor, and Godswill, it is because God sent this man at a strategic time in their life to fire them up. I mean, his story is simple. His mother was looking for a boy. Pastor Lawrence, Oyor's dad had done a deliverance on the mom. And after six girls, she had a boy. That's him, Samuel. And God had told the mom, she had covenanted him that he would be a prophet. She raised him as a prophet. Little did the mom know, or anybody, or Lawrence's dad know that at one time, they will send their two boys, Lawrence and Godswill, to a school he was attending. And in that school, on the first day that they came for a test, this boy saw them. He was 11, 12, and gave them a prophetic word that God said, we will walk together, we will pray together. I mean, and when he gave that word, he did not know that it was, they did not know that, they didn't know each other. So can you see how somebody's prayer can be an answer to your children, that when your children are slacking, God sent somebody their way. To cut a long story short, last year, I think it was May, Pastor Lawrence came here and talked about his retreat. And for the sake of my sons, I decided to go to the retreat in Manchester. Thank God I went. And when I got there, it wasn't even Pastor Lawrence that preached that thought. It was the only message I had was this young man. I was wondering, who is this guy? Before he came up, we sat next to each other or something, and he told me, he said, oh, he knows me. I'm like, how? He said, from when he was a kid, he had been watching me on television in Ibadan every Sunday, Thursday, before Super Stories or something, and they will sit down as a family and watch, and blah, blah, blah. And he preached one message. The place was on fire. But the more important thing was that my son, Tony, and Tola were in the crowd, and Tony came out to do like a video of while he was ministering. All of a sudden, he said, his name is Samuel, he said, God sent me all the way from Toronto to come here as Samuel is looking for David to anoint. Remember, God sent Samuel. He said, God sent me here for a David. When he said that, I turned to look at my son Tony, because his name is David. That's your word. Before I could say Jack, whatever, he was flat on the floor. He was slain in the spirit, and he couldn't come off. He tried to get up from the floor, he couldn't get up from the floor. And that was when I knew that traveling to Manchester was worth it. Why? Because that encounter was for him. And since then, both of their lives have not remained the same. And I can tell you various things, but after that session, when he came down, I said, you are coming to London, I'm going to fly you in. He would probably tell you the rest of the story.